What is a midfake? Are they worth buying? And are they made by Takara Tomy? I'll be uncovering the truth about midfakes in this video, as well as my controversial opinion that some Beyblades should not exist. Beyblades that should not exist is a pretty bold statement, and I don't say it lightly. Some Beyblades are so ridiculous that it begs the question, why the f? Whether it's bad gimmicks, a bad color scheme, or worse yet, when the full stock combo is shit. Sorry. But I reckon you may feel the same way sometimes. Beyblade has been around since the early 2000s, and by golly, we're still here talking about it 22 years later. Some of you watching may have grown up using these little spinning death bombs, and you may feel damn nostalgic when you think back on these fond memories. Only thing is, when you I suppose you still run to the market, or when you just started typing away at your mobile device to buy some new shiny and plastic Beyblades. Yeah, okay, new Beyblades aren't quite what you remember. Heck, even for bladers starting now, it's like, why are these evolutions so huge? These bays you grew up with have definitely changed with each new iteration, but let me assure you, they're still loads of fun. Now, there is a slew of Beyblades that have been made in tandem with every release of the Takara Tomy Beyblades that just don't meet our quality standards. That is, there's a company that's making Beyblades, but truth is, they suck. There, I said it, and they're sucky bays. They burst easy, they break, and burst too easy. Wait, did I just say that? Well, you may know them as normal Beyblades. Heck, your whole collection may be filled with them. Of course, I'm talking about fake Beyblades. You thought I was talking about Hasbro, didn't you? Well, it's true that Hasbro Beyblades can easily fall into this category, but they're not fake. Maybe nerfed Beyblades. Hasbro does make nerf. Truth of the matter is, they've done good for the community. Hasbro Beyblades introduce young bladers to the hobby, nay, the sport. Now, by having a diverse amount of Beyblade stadiums, they keep others quite occupied, trying to find what perfect stadium and perfect launch or OP combination that will work on these stadiums. Yes, it's true, Hasbro Beyblades are less formidable in battle, as they're quick to burst. But for a true blader, this is just part of the game. Hasbro has become a part of most collectors, especially in North America. There is, however, a few brands of Beyblades that literally should not exist. Now, not only because of their poor quality, both in performance and durability, but because they can contain lead. Yeah, that dirty stuff. It doesn't matter what season of Beyblade you're purchasing, there's likely a fake counterpart to every Beyblade ever made. This not only hurts the bladers using them by potentially poisoning them with every use, it hurts the companies like Hasbro and Takara as they don't see the true size of the Beyblade community. This affects sellers and the very people who may support Beyblade by owning their own shops, online or physical, making it harder to sell original products and possibly encouraging some to sell fakes themselves. With the rise in popularity of Beyblades, even YouTubers have put their own health and safety at risk by using, promoting, and even selling these counterfeits, even though it's against YouTube policies. Yeah, I'm going there. Just like Legos, action figures, and Pokemon cards will likely see an increase in the amount of fakes produced and being sold. And the first time I encountered fakes, I wasn't even aware of it. I was just excited to get a golden Beyblade like this Fafnir. Some websites are even well known for having these fake Beyblade parts. Even this handle or Beyblade grip that is actually found on the Wish app. And this, one of my most famous Beyblade parts, it's the Sucker Cup driver that you've probably seen on one of my most watched videos. And like I said many times before in other videos, you can actually use these to modify. I actually used this one so that I can make a Burst Metal Series Beyblade. Now, how good is it? Well, you're gonna have to find out for yourself. And that's at your own risk, because a lot of the metal in these parts does contain lead, but from these experiences I have learned that usually golden Beyblades that are very shiny are not very good and likely are fake. Now, are these the midfakes, the famed midfakes? Okay, let's take a seat, because now I'm gonna go into depth talking about midfakes. First of all, from what I've researched, midfakes is in many ways a misunderstood word made up by bladers and the Beyblade community. Some say that they're made from old Takara Tomy molds, and most important of all, they have the Takara Tomy logo. Midfakes are considered to be high-quality Beyblades from the Metal Fusion seasons that were once available but have since been discontinued. Now, maybe this is because of the show's end or a drop in popularity, but they're now somehow available for a reasonable price. In most cases, the Takara Tomy logo can be found on the launchers and can include a specific manufacturer's code on the box, which may convince some bladers as to their legitimacy. Some believe that they are beys that maybe didn't make the quality standards of Takara Tomy, but now we've been so lucky as to have these sellers provide them. Well, that's not the case. Let me elaborate. They have some of the gimmicks, but the quality isn't like Takara Tomy. Now that alone should send red flags. But here's the thing. I have found the place where they make the midfakes. And guess what? That company also makes Flame brand, S3, and what's even more disturbing is that you can even put your own logo on the packaging. Yeah, that means that for a little bit more money, I can issue an order for fake Beyblades with the TT logo on it. Or heck, let's get wild and add the Beyblade Dad logo on them. This is the giant Alibaba. It's a wholesale marketplace where you could find anything from Dom Perignon for $1 a bottle, Louis Vuitton bags for $15 to, yes, you've guessed it, Takara Tomy Beyblades for even $5. This is where the midfakes come from. They're made, packaged, and sold by a Chinese knockoff manufacturer with the same materials as Flame brand, S3, and even Rapidity Beyblades. So let's just call it what it is, and these midfakes are, well, fakes. Not midfakes. There's no such thing as a midfake. They are literal fakes coming from the same company as the other Flame brands and Rapidity, as I mentioned. And heck, nobody is safe from them, not even Hasbro. You can get this from that same company. It is insane. So is this the best option that we have? Going with Hasbro's? I think so. So how can you tell if the Beyblades that you already have are midfakes? Well, I'm not really that sure. And for the most part, it's just better if you do a lead test check on them. I know I do. So far, I've tested other brands like Takara Tomy, Hasbro, Flame, and Rapidity. And all to tell us what we already know. That the fake Beyblades actually do contain lead, for the most part. Hasbro and Takara Tomy have no traces of lead as far as my tests could tell. Should you worry if you have midfakes? Like I said, it's best just to be sure and do a lead test check. Now, am I saying that you should go out and buy these Beyblades? Certainly not, especially if they're at a very high price. You can get them for $5 from Alibaba. Just make sure that you order enough of them, I guess. Now, why am I doing this? It's because I want to take the power away from these people that are extorting our hobbies. They don't deserve our money. They don't even care. They just want to make a profit. I'll put a link to these videos here or here so that you can check out for yourself my results. Anyways, I want to thank you for watching. And of course, let's let it rip.